Boo, 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 boo. Here we are again. So I'm currently just uploading a video about why we should learn Reiki and what it can do for us, and just announcing a couple of dates that I've put out on my socials with regards to me teaching Reiki level 1, which will be the 14th and 15th of January next year. So only a few months away. So yeah, that'll be interesting to find out. And as I mentioned in that video, you know, this is still a learning journey for me. It's still a journey of discovery. It's still a journey of so many different things. So, you know, even if you're just stepping into the world of Reiki, the world of energy healing, the world of whatever modality that you want to go on to, it is all, regardless of your experience, every single day is a learning journey. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the experiences that I've had during my attunements and during the different levels of Reiki, and what I kind of experienced. I thought I would talk about that a little bit. And I have discussed it before, but I thought, you know what, why not? It'll go well with the last video. So where should we start with this? So we'll start from the top. We'll start with Reiki level 1. So with Reiki level 1, you get 4 attunements. So there are 4 attunements to Reiki level 1. And so you have 2 attunements on the first day, 2 attunements on the second day. The reason why you have to have so many hours between each, and the reason why is just so that the energy can be gently integrated into your physical body. So as I've said many times before, you know, energy can upgrade and can just kind of, boom, it's there, you know, it's happened. But your physical body takes a lot longer to respond and to recover from any forms of energy, whether it's negative energy, whether it's trauma, whether it's you know, whatever the level of vibration of what it might be. Your physical responds in various ways. So if someone had a lot of trauma, a lot of grief, a lot of heartache, a lot of, I don't know, so many different things in their early life when they've been quite young, they're probably going to experience a lot of illness, a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort through most of their life, because that energy that is kind of like trapped in them, they haven't released it, they haven't let it go, they haven't looked at it, they haven't exposed it, they haven't kind of realized why these things are happening to their body, and it's kind of like it's in there, it's harnessed, and it kind of attaches itself to various parts of you, and it also can make people believe that that's who they are and that's their life and that's the way they have to live, where, you know, you switch it around, you look at it from a different angle, and you're like, okie dokie then. And then you look at other ways that you're able to like kind of like help yourself and help yourself heal. So I went off on a tangent there, but anyway, that's what it's all about. So that's the reason why we do 4 attunements evenly spread over the 2 days. So for me, and everybody's different, as I always say, everybody's journey is absolutely unique to them. They receive and get and see and feel everything that they need to experience for their journey, individually for them. So for me, because I was already quite spiritually connected anyway, the first sort of 1 or 2 attunements, not a lot really happened. It was very peaceful, it was very calm. And when you start off, you sit in gasho, so you have your hands in like a prayer pose at the front. It's not religious, you're just in prayer pose at the front. And then the Reiki master goes behind you and draws symbols above your head. And then he'll ask you to raise your hands. You put your hands up, and then he connects with your hands, and he'll draw symbols at the fingers, and then you'll put your hands back down, and then you'll have to open your hands. He'll draw symbols into the hands, and then he'll put symbols into your chakras down your body, and then he'll blow up and down to seal that energy within you and within your energy. So that's kind of like what happened over the first 2. Then the third attunement was where things started to get a little bit more interesting, and I was made aware. I started seeing these colours because you have your eyes closed. I was just like this, and I started being aware of colours and seeing things, and then these colours started making forms, and I could see imagery as my third eye was kind of opening, and the first one I was aware of. It was kind of like a woodland scene. It was like trees. It was like out in the middle of nowhere. And I was then made aware of these two eyes, and they just looked like human eyes, just like looking at me through this mix of colour and darkness. I thought, that's strange, and I just made myself aware of these eyes, and I was just watching them and seeing what they had to do, and they started moving towards me. But then the eyes transformed, and it became the face of a wolf, and then the face of this wolf turned on its side, so I saw it looking that way, so you saw the snout and the ears and everything, and then it sort of like panned back, and I saw this wolf running through all this woodland and these forests and what have you, and I just felt this real sense of peace just being around and being connected to this wolf. And then after that, I was seeing, then that was the third attunement, so this was the second day. And then the last attunement was kind of like a similar scenario, and I saw the eyes again, and it panned back, but then it became like the head. I saw this beak, and I saw this head of like an eagle, very stereotypical kind of, I suppose, bald eagle, like with the white head and the golden beak, and very, very regal, very powerful bird. And then again it panned back, and I just saw it swooping and going over the treetops and canopies, and I was like, and I was actually moving with, and I could move. I was moving with this bird through all these forests, this canopy of trees. It was absolutely beautiful. So I then thought, you know, I became aware that these must be like kind of animal spirit guides or something like that. That's just what I had, this feeling that that's what they were. And I mentioned this to my Reiki master at the end, and he said, yeah, absolutely. He said, it sounds very much like that. And again, whatever you see, whatever you feel is individual to you. So that was kind of the initial kind of like opening, I suppose, of me, of being connected to this Reiki healing. And then, as I mentioned in the last video, you go away and you do your 21-day cleanse, but you go back for more training for the next couple of weeks, just for practice, just to ask any questions, because what tends to happen is you'll go away and questions will start firing up, because you'll have so much information given to you, and you'll be shown so much that you'll be kind of like a bit like bamboozled by so much, but you'll go along with it. It'll be fine. It'll be easy going. But that's what these return visits are all about. It's about any questions that might pop up, and also about practice, and maybe finishing off anything within the courses that you don't get finished off. You can finish off then as well. Plus, you'll get given your certificate, and also practice, just practice and talking about Reiki and discovering more about Reiki. So that's kind of like what I will be doing as well. That's the same with me, so I'm going to do pretty much the same as what my Reiki master does, and I will do probably 2 weeks, you know, be weekly visits for 2 weeks, where you'll come back for a day per week, and you will be given case studies to work on, so you'll be able to practice away from the environment. You can practice on people, practice on friends, family, and then bring your findings back to what they've experienced, what they've felt, what you've felt, and then we can talk about all that as well. You know, so it's a beautiful, beautiful journey of learning, of understanding, of development, for you and for me, because obviously I need to develop myself and really gear up ready for doing the teaching, doing lots of homework for myself, just to recap any bits of information that I need to, plus also practice the attunements, because I haven't practiced them for a while. So yeah, so that was kind of level 1. So when I went away to do my 21-day cleanse, that's when unusual things started to happen, and it was about halfway through. And I talked about this in my spiritual awakening videos. So if you haven't seen them, then there's a little bit of information here about this. But what started to happen was I became aware of this word that kept popping into my head. And it was like, Hayoka, Hayoka, Hayoka. And it was over and over and over again. And I had no idea what it meant. I'd never heard the word before in my life. And I was just like, what is this? What is this? So in my mind, I just asked, look, if this is someone wanting to connect, if this is a spirit guide or someone wanting to connect through my Reiki, through my healing journey, then please try to put this into my world so I can understand what it is and what this word means. So the next day, I put on my YouTube feed on my phone or on the TV or whichever one it was, I can't remember. And the first video that was there was this video about Hayoka, and I was like, oh right, watched it, learned all about Hayoka, about the Native Americans, the tribes, and how the Hayoka were one of the most powerful empaths within the Native American tribal culture. But they were also kind of the entertainers of the tribe as well, so they give a lot of that sort of music, poetry, dancing, all that sort of stuff. And after I'd heard that, and I'd watched this video, I then, in my mind's eye, I actually saw this Native American with sort of like, it was like a sheet, maybe like a poncho or something, and dancing around this fire, and I saw this movement and this long hair and this sort of like headdress, and I was like, wow, what is this? And it was absolutely amazing. It was so powerful. I don't think I actually mentioned that in my spiritual awakening journey, but it just popped in there. And then, so I found out all about that, and then I started getting this other word, and it was what I deemed to believe her name. So I gathered it was. I just got this feeling that it was a female. And so I kept getting the name over and over again. So one night I went into a meditation. I just sat down, and in my mind I just said, look, if this is you, are you the Hayoka Native American? Are you trying to connect to me? Are you one of my guides? And is this your name? If so, can you let me understand it, feel it, whatever you can do to make me aware of it? And then all I felt was this sort of rush of tingly energy go right through me, and then sort of come back into me, and then up through my body. And it was just like, whoa, what the hell was that? It was so beautiful. It was just so, I was almost drawn to tears, but I was so immensely happy, so blissful, so joyful. There was so many high vibration emotions I was feeling at one moment. I just couldn't kind of comprehend it all. It was just so powerful, but it was so beautiful. And that for me was confirmation of who she was as this Hayokan guide, and she still works with me now, as well as the wolf, as well as the eagle, very much around my healing journey, very much around the Reiki. And that was kind of like what had happened after my Reiki 1 attunements, and then I started becoming more aware of this kind of ringing in my ears, but it was a bit lower pitched than what it is now these days. But it used to happen, you know, it happened when I started connecting to Reiki, and then it just started happening randomly, and it would change, it would go up and down, it was like really weird, really bizarre. But I just put it down to the energy, the change of vibration, because I knew that's what was going on within me. And that's kind of like what happened after my Reiki 1 attunement. I might leave that here and do another video about what happened after my Reiki 2 attunement, because it starts to become a little bit more kind of spiritually interesting. So that is what happened after my Reiki 1 attunements. So if you've enjoyed this video, if it's been informative, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give me a bing and give me a like. Also comment below, let me know what you thought of this journey so far. And I will see you in another video where I will talk about what happened after my Reiki 2 attunement, and then we shall go from there. Okie dokie. So, much love to you all. Take care of yourselves and toodaloo. Bye.